Hey, what's going on, world? I am Alex Acosta and wanted to do a simple and basic review on first thoughts on the new Aputure Infinimat. This is the 2x4. I am 6'2", not 6x2. I am 6'2", for size reference right here. And I was looking online for certain things even before purchasing it. And as I purchased it, and I noticed a few things I didn't see online. Of course, they got all the Aputure videos of all the beautiful highlights of it, but they don't have the how-tos and detail unboxing and how to put together, which is, Aputure is pretty simple how to put together, but I did have some questions and I wanted to know how it shipped. Was it really travel friendly, all that type of stuff. So again, I'm not going to get into the super specs of it. I'm not going to get into super details. This is just a quick video that I know I had questions on, so maybe some of you guys have some questions on the same thing. All right, first things first. Songs in my head. First things first, though. I wanted to know how it shipped. And as you see here, it comes in 2 packages. The main package, obviously, the Infinimat, will come in like in a suitcase style. Not too big, more or less like your average, I guess, suitcase, back in the day suitcase, by the way. And then the actual battery pack ships in its own separate unit, in a little square unit right here, but travel case. And for me, why it was important to know how does it pack and how many packages, because I do a lot of traveling and I wanted to know if I was to get a huge Pelican or what type of size case can I get and get everything in an all-in-one scenario. So being that it's 2 separate cases, again, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just one of those, I didn't know how it shipped and I didn't know how was it to move around. So online, I didn't see that. So that's a first note right there for me. Second note, I did not expect this to be as heavy as it is. I don't know why. I think coming from that, I own like every light in the Amaran line, but the F22s, I have 5 F22s, and I think I got so used to how light the F22s are, I forgot what bigger lights felt like as far as heaviness. I have the 600Ds, the 1200Ds, but I haven't used those in so long in my productions. My F22s, F21s, all my other lights in the Amaran family, 60Ds, have been doing just fine for me. So I think just hearing Infinimat and seeing so many videos, I don't know why my brain just thought, oh, it'll be so light. And then the way they show it online on all these stands and the way they use it, it's like, oh, it's fairly light. It is light. 15, 20 pounds is fairly light. I guess depending how you holding it with the distribution of the light, it could feel heavy. And the power box is only 15 pounds, but I guess it being so compact and so condensed, it's like you don't feel it. Here it is a bit heavy, but again, not a deal breaker. I actually like it. It has a good sturdiness to it, but I'm just giving you a heads up that I thought it would be lighter. That's all I'm saying to that. Quick thing on weight. I guess, remember I was saying I was used to the Amaran line, using how lightweight everything is. I did recently purchase 2 ADCs. So to look how small this is, right, and lightweight this is, again, going back to a little bit of a bigger light, which would be essentially a heavier light. I just got to get used to that feeling again. But I am looking forward to using these ADCs on set. Again, I have 2 of them with all the accessories. So looking forward to pairing some of these with the Infinimat and the different style of uses that I would use it for the shoots that I do. Okay, my third point. I did see this online. Everybody was talking about, obviously, the fan and all that. Well, not the fan, the pump, the mini pump. And I believe for the 1x4, 2x4, you only get the mini pump. And when you do the 4x4 and up, then you get the giant pump, which I believe that, I want to say that pumps anywhere from like 7 to 15 seconds. This is supposed to be 50 seconds. I did try it, and I will say that is confirmed. It maybe took about like a minute and 10 seconds, minute, 20 seconds max, but it was pretty far. I know somebody online, I read that they don't know how loud the noise was, but let's try it now. I'm gonna put it away from the mic. Pretty loud. But as you can see, good push. My bad, let me say that again. As you can see, has a good force. Really simple, charges with USB-C, on and off button at the bottom, you just hold it. And it was fairly simple to just hook up to the end, which is the bottom of here. And yeah, that was pretty simple. All right, my fourth point, assembly. Assembly was super easy on this. I will say when you look at what the package list, what it comes with, it looks like it's tons of items. But when you put it together, it was only like 3 or 4 things to put together. And again, I'm not uh, the guy that's going to give you all the specs and how to put it all together in every single detail. There's plenty of videos. I'm sure that later will exist on that, hopefully so. But again, not that guy. So assembly was fairly easy though. It didn't take me no manual. It didn't take me looking anything up of how to do it. It was just kind of pretty much straightforward. So good job, Aputure there. All right, next point. I believe this is my fifth point. I didn't even have numbers. I was just saying points. Will it work and how does it work with the Amaran app? Not the Aputure app, not the Sidus, but I'm actually just on the Amaran app and works pretty good as it is intended. Whoop, okay, that's ridiculous. But let's go down. So just like any other app would, just like the Sidus app would, I have all my lights hooked up to my Amaran app. So I just decided to keep this on the Amaran app. I have a bunch of scenes already saved on my Amaran app. So I just created a scene for this as well. But let's go back to Infinimat. And actually, while we're on this point, I do like how you can dial down below 1%. You could dial down all the way to 0.1. So right now we had a 0.2 right here. But let me get this back into daylight. And yeah, so I do like that. That is another point that I like, how you can dial all the way down. And right now I am at a 1%. But yeah, that point. Okay, again, I didn't want to bore you guys with time as far as giving you all the specs and details. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to switch over to my GoPro and I want to show you what I see behind as far as what I noticed with the power box and mounting options and how to go from vertical to manual, vertical to horizontal, how quick that can be, what is the challenge with that, and also just how I powered it or how I have it mounted to be powered. So cut into the GoPro now. All right, so here is the back of the Infinimat. We have the power cord right here that goes from the Infinimat into the box, and then I have it powered to the box, obviously to wall outlet right now for demonstration. And at the moment, pretty basic menu system as you see here. Everything that we would expect from Aputure, or we already used to, I should say, from Aputure. Back here, again, it was pretty simple to hook everything up and put this all together. Again, I have this on a basic C stance. I am excited and happy that I don't have to walk around with a combo stand everywhere I want to set this up at. So a basic C stand can handle it. And if you can see here, I can pick this up really easy and move this around anywhere I want. So even with the box attached, depending how, not to say how much weight you lift, but depending how you position your body, you can lift this and move it around easily. Now this is the only thing I did find a little bit heavy. So when I want to move from vertical to horizontal, I do put my hand behind this plate and I release the levy, and you see it's going to go any direction I put it. Now, as simple as that looks, I'm probably on camera, it's not that simple through weight distribution. But once I find the position I want, go here, tighten it, and it does stay in place. And it is good to go from there. So that's the only thing, is either have a hand or two to help you, or just know how to distribute your weight as you grabbing any mounting point. So again, I can go from horizontal back to vertical. Whoop, a bit. Tighten it up here. Yep, there you go. And then do the opposite. Grab the mount, back horizontal, tighten. Now, cool thing is, I do like how long the cords are. I believe this is mainly more for your overhead mounting. I believe they intended this to be more of a studio base use. So we know Aputure does usually come with long cords, but this is pretty long. I want to say, yeah, 7.5 meters, which I believe is 24 feet. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen, but I believe it's 20 plus, at least 24 feet, but 7.5 meters. And the power cable, don't know how long this cable is, but it's a pretty long cord as well. So again, depending where you're mounting, you will have a good amount of excessive cord to run through. And everything is pretty well mounted. It's like this good quality of Velcro. It's not this cheap Velcro. It actually sticks really good all around. As I come to the front here, as you see your basic grid. But again, really, really solid feel all around. If you want to let the air out, you just unscrew here and the air comes out to the bottom. And when you do want to put everything back, when you want to fill it back up, you come in through this side. But yeah, that is the back right there. And again, everything else is pretty much well packaged back here. Now I'm going to show you something that I noticed. And again, I didn't see this online. This is just me testing this out as I go. I'm going to turn the power off. I'm going to disconnect the power. You see at the moment, you see how the 400 watt is in green. I believe the 1x4 might be 100 or 200 watt, but this particular light, we're going off the 400 watt and it's green. So I'm going to take out the plug. Okay, you see it disconnected. Now I have 4 small rig 212. So I got the big boys. So notice when I put one of them on, this is a V mount, by the way. When I put one of the V12s on and I hit power, turned on, now the 400 watt is no longer green. It is red. And with that, the light is not on. So even though it is fully charged, 212 volts, it is not on. It will require 2 V mounts. And as I put the second one in, now it is ambient. So the light is still not green, but can I use it? Yes. Is it on? Yes. So I'll have to look at the specs. Again, this is me doing this pretty fast today. I know I can use the light. I just know I can't use it at a full 100% capacity. I believe they lower the percentage, maybe 50, 60%. Somebody in the comments could probably tell me what it exactly goes on to. But again, the light is ambient now, which I'm almost assuming is half the wattage. So again, if I take one off, I'm just going to click it off right there. Yep, I'm going to take one battery out. Yep, instantly turn to red. Now I'll put this back, grab the cord, and you see as soon as I plug in back to wall outlet power, and let's see, when it recognizes, yep, bam, instantly turn to green. So that right there is something to keep in mind for when I'm using this on the road and I don't have any outlet power. I do have a couple generators, so I'm sure that will help too, but I'm interested to see. I'll try that later with my Aputure generator. Oh, wow. Oh no, I was gonna say, I thought just looking at this at a glance, they were both at 100%. So I thought just in that little demonstration, it ate up 15%, but this wasn't fully charged. Only this one was. I was about to say, damn, that's actually pretty horrible how bad it eats up battery, but I'm sure it still eats up a lot of battery. But yeah, this was a little bit of my test that I wanted to show you guys from my initial first thoughts and first setup with the Infinimats. If you guys have any questions, please ask me about it. I greatly and quickly answer any questions on it, because I had a lot of questions on it that couldn't be answered. So hope you find this video useful.